Hi, good morning. This is Dr. Gombele from drg.com, and I'm welcoming you to another series of our health presentation on diabetes mellitus. And we are going to talk today about the country of Belize. But before I start, I would like to thank you very much for your subscriptions, for your viewership. We have reached over 1,000 subscriptions, but we still need to convert more viewers on subscribers. So, like, share, subscribe, and click the notification bell so that when I upload my very next videos, you can be notified. You have 3 borderline diabetes according to the definition of the World Health Organization. So the really percentage of Belizeans suffering from diabetes is 68%, right? So you take the 17.10% first, and then you multiply the 17 by 3, it gives you 51 of borderline, and 51 of those who are borderline plus 70 who are full-blown, it gives you 68% of Belizeans suffering from diabetes. But if you want to keep it to 17.10, it gives you a number of 73,000 Belizeans. That's not too bad. But when we define diabetes, according to Dr. Philema Falter, that it is the insulin resistance, you have 68% of Belizeans suffering from diabetes. It translates to 292,400. That's a lot. That's more than the half of the population. Is like every other Belizean is diabetic. And if you go in Belize, you're going to see a lot of people are diabetics. A lot, right? So to understand Belize setting, we will look at what are the leading causes of death in Belize, right? What are the diseases that kill most? You have numerous, but I'm going only to list 10, and this is based on World Health Report on the leading causes of different countries in the globe, published in 2018. Coronary heart disease is the leading cause of death in Belize. Angina, chest pain, heart attack, as we call it. And sometimes heart attack will lead to congestive cardiac failure, right? When the vessels of the heart become rigid and narrowed, and the clot of blood ruptured, and it goes to the smallest vessel, obstruct that smallest vessel, and the area of the heart that is dependent, or that vessel to get oxygen and hormone and mineral and all kind of stuff is deprived of that, and you start having this pain. Coronary heart disease is the leading cause of death in Belize, followed by diabetes mellitus, the leading cause of death in Belize, and stroke. Coronary heart disease and stroke, diabetes also is a contributing factor, right? That if you are a diabetic, you are more likely to develop coronary heart disease, or simply called heart attack or heart disease, than a person who is not diabetic. And it also goes the same for the stroke. The same problem, the vessel in the brain gets stiff and narrowed, and the clot get there, and the area where the blood get obstructed develop a stroke, deprived of blood and nutrient. Diabetes is also the contributing factor of stroke. The 4th leading cause of death in Belize is influenza and pneumonia, infection in the lungs, bad flu. The 5th is HIV and AIDS. The 6th is prostate. The 7th leading cause of death is kidney disease. May I pause and tell you that the leading cause of end-stage renal disease, that when your kidneys stop working and you need to go to the hemodialysis machine, is diabetes, right? And then violence is the cause number 8. Alzheimer's disease is the cause number 9. And liver disease is the cause number 10. Alzheimer's disease is prevalent among diabetic and non-diabetic. In fact, some writers start calling Alzheimer's disease diabetes type 3 because of the prevalence among diabetics. Is there a relation between diabetes and Alzheimer's? We don't know, still early, but it's very noticeable that a lot of people who are diabetics are also developing Alzheimer's disease. What about liver disease? In fact, diabetes also affects liver disease. If they remove a liver from a person, that person will die of low blood sugar. In fact, the fasting blood sugar in the morning, it's because the liver is what? Malfunctioning, right? So diabetes mellitus account for 8.78% of all the deaths in the country of Belize, right? Diabetes mellitus is also responsible for avoidable amputation as a long-term complication of diabetes mellitus. So the avoidable amputations are on the rise in the country of Belize. Blindness caused by diabetic retinopathy is also on the rise in Belize. Kidney failure that lead to end-stage renal disease, putting patients on dialysis machine, also on the rise. And end-stage renal disease, going on dialysis machine, is the most expensive complication of diabetes disease. In this country, it's almost 2 million every year. For one session, it's 100 US. And you have to do 3 sessions for the week, that's 300 US, right? 2 weeks is what? 600 US. In a month is 1,200 US. Few people can manage that, right? So it's very expensive, and the best way is to prevent. Life expectancy from birth to death in the country of Belize, it's 70.5, and I'm sorry to say it's the lowest in the Caribbean, all right? Just above Guyana, right? And then now, healthy life expectancy is different from life expectancy. Life expectancy, we calculate from birth until you die. You were born and you died at 85, that's life expectancy. But healthy life expectancy is how many years you spend having an active life. Well, active life, not to run as Usain Bolt, but just to be able to eat, to walk, to answer the phone, to read, to cook, not even to help others, just to help yourself, right? And that is only 62.5 in Belize. That means 8.5 years of Belizean, they are not active. Maybe they have stroke, they have heart attack, they have amputations, they are going on dialysis machines, they cannot work, they cannot read, they cannot call, right? So it's 62.5, and it is also among the lowest in the Caribbean. What are we recommending for the country of Belize? But before I give my recommendation, I'm going to invite you again. Thank you very much for your subscriptions, but I'm going to invite you again to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell so that my very, very, very next video that I'm going to upload, we can notify you. So we recommend this, that Belize must have a national policy where diabetes is concerned, right? Beautiful place, happy people, friendly people, but the country is sick. And we can't just not sit and wait on the World Health Organization, on the Diabetes Association of wherever. It's the local expert in the country of Belize that need to sit and implement the policies adaptable to the country of Belize that people of Belize can identify with, and they can be taught about those policies. For instance, tortilla is eaten in Belize, and the Mayan, they ate tortilla, they cultivated rice. But the tortilla they ate, it is not the same we're eating today. The rice they consumed, it is not the same we are eating today. So we need to tell them, eat rice, eat tortilla, but watch out. These are genetically modified stuff. So you have to be careful how you eat it. So you have to reduce the consumption of rice and flour and corn, because they are not those, the Mayan who lived in Belize, how many hundred of years, thousand of years they consumed, right? 2, local experts need to take the lead in teaching, right? Go to Corozal, go to Orange Walk, go to Dangriga, go to Punta Gorda, come to Belmopan, Cayo, meet people where they are, teach them what to eat, how to eat, right? And then we have to tell Belizeans to increase the physical activity. When I walk in Belize, in Belmopan, like on Sunday, you see empty streets and the cars are parked. People need to come out of their seat watching TV and do some physical activities. All right? Teach diabetes in high schools. Teach diabetes in primary schools. In Jamaica, I have diagnosed primary students on pre-diabetes. They're in primary school. They're obese and they have already pre-diabetes. That means they have already the insulin resistance. It's just waiting. The clock just waiting before they can become full-blown diabetic, right? Make use of all type of medicine. Use naturopathic doctor. Use herbal medicine. Use my medicine that we do. Every medicine counts as long as it will help to manage the diabetes. Stop focusing on high blood sugar. Now focus on obesity, right? Sedentary lifestyle, because obesity leads to high blood sugar, right? In fact, most of the obese that we see working, they are diabetes if we define it as insulin resistance. So engage younger one, and they learn in many ways. Have national competitions, right? Engage primary school students, instruct teachers to impart diabetes knowledge to school, churches, workplace, because if we do not do that, the beautiful country of Belize is going to be a sick, sick, sick country. So, Belize, wake up, fight back, do not give up, do not be a statistic, a victim, but be a survivor of the diabetes mellitus complication. Mon ami, au revoir. Mon amboka, sangoboni, munganga, dokotolo gombele. Amigo, hasta luego. Bye bye. God bless you.